runtime. So integration runtime is nothing but whatever code tomorrow you are going to run it. That running activity will be taken care by your integration runtime. How many seconds integration runtime is spending? That's how the computing resources will be using. That's how the bill will be generated. Now we can compare integration runtime equal to kind of server kind of thing. We can able to compare. Normal one Oracle database installed. We have the Oracle server light. Similarly, in the ADF, if we want to run our code, we need here some kind of server. That server we can compare as a integration runtime, as a layman terminology. Now, on top of this integration runtime, we created linked services. Two linked services we created because I need to communicate with the two services. One is with my blob service. Second is with my Azure SQL database service. One linked service is with blob. One linked service is with Azure SQL database we created. Then we went to create the data set. So under the storage account, we have n number of files are available. In our case, we have two files. One is CSV file, one is Excel file. CSV file, I pointed to the data set and I created a data set I created. And also we get chance to preview the data. Is it my data set is able to communicate with the required file or not? I verified it. Whatever data available in the file, I'm able to see it. That means communication is excellent. Now I want to create a connection with the Azure SQL database table. Azure SQL database table. Okay, if as you people are already aware of it, in Azure SQL database, we have 5 tables are available. Let me open the database. This is the database. This is the database. Now, if you go into this database query editor, then provide the required password. Click on OK. Click on OK. Meanwhile, I'll also open ADF. Also, I'll open adf.azure. Then there will be opening meanwhile. Okay, something problem. It's saying database not currently available. Please retry the connection later. If the problem persists, contact customer support and provide them the session tracking ID, tracing ID. So why this is a problem? Why it is not available? If you are not using some time, if you are not using some time, let's say 1 hour or something, so automatically system will be pass the database. Automatically system will pass the database so that your billing will not be happening, right? But whenever throughout the world trying to hit this database, there is a auto switch on mechanism is available here. Though it is showing this kind of error, within few seconds, again if I click on OK button, it will be logging in again. See here, the same error we did not get it. I got the error because my every day my router IP address is changing. Because of this one, this IP address is problem, it is asking to allow the list. Once if I add this one, then if I click on OK, it will be logging into the application. So there is a auto pause mechanism is available. Suppose the given database is not using by anyone, then automatically it will go into the sleep mode. Whenever someone is trying to hit it, then automatically switch on, like our laptop. If you leave our laptop for few minutes, automatically it will go into the sleep mode. Again, you come back and you try to hit the spacebar or something, immediately it will be available, right? Something like that, something like that. Now you can notice we have the tables. There are 5 tables are available. 5 tables are available. I want to create here one table, but the table I don't want to create directly from here itself by writing the create table name like the statement. I don't want to create it. I want to create the table name table columns, data types, structure, data, everything from the ADF, everything from the ADF. Everything I want to create from the ADF only, I want to create it. So in the end of the today's class, you'll see one more table we are going to see, that is sixth table we are going to see it. Though I'm not creating from here, I would like to create from the ADF portal, I would like to create it. If I create from there end-to-end pipeline, you will see here sixth table, we are going to see it. First, go and try to make sure you create a data set first. A data set first. The data set need to speak with the table which is available here. But in fact, it is not there yet. It's not there here. But I will try to make the connections, or I can make the provision. I'll make the provision to communicate here like that. What do you mean by that is, let us go and try to create it, right? Then we'll get more clarity. So we are in the ADF. We are in the ADF. We created only one object yesterday. That object is data set object. The data set is communicating with the blob. It is communicating. It's communicating with the blob. Okay, now I want to create here one more data set. The data set is communicating with the Azure SQL database, one of the table. If table is available, it's okay, well and good. If not available, we are going to provide the provision. That's it. Suppose now we have the data sets. Yesterday we created one folder we created. Under this folder, we created one data set we created. Now I want to create here one more folder just for organizing our SQL database and this one properly. So go and try to create here one more folder first. Let's say new folder. The new folder name as we are saying as Azure SQL database. Database I am giving. That means I want to keep the tables, everything related to Azure SQL database under this one. Under this one. And for this folder, I'm trying to click on here three dots. There is an option called as new data set. Then it is asking search for which connection you want to make it. I want to make the connection which related to the Azure SQL database. I can search here, then you can find Azure SQL database, click on continue. Now it is asking the name for the data set. Let's try to provide the name of the data set as Azure SQL table 1. Okay, that's fine. Underscore EMP, I am saying whatever it is available, let it be like that. At the ending, I am providing EMP, I am providing. Now, linked service is equal to, why we did not get now blob related thing here? Why we got only Azure SQL database linked service? Why? Because in the previous screen, you selected what? Azure SQL database you selected. That is the reason Azure SQL database corresponding linked service we received here. Now select that one. Once you selected, then this will go and try to communicate with our Azure SQL database. You know already how many tables are available in the Azure SQL database. Please active, everyone.
Four or five.
Yeah, five tables are available. Those five tables you can able to see in the drop down here. DPT, EMP, salary, test one. But I said already, my interest is not to load the data from that flat file to one of these table. I want to create the sixth table. I want to create it. I want to create sixth table. So table structure also I don't want to create manually using my hand. I want system to do that one. That's the reason there is an option called as enter manual. Select this option. Now I'm deciding the schema name is ROM, or let it be schema name is DBO. Already it is there. And table name is let us say whatever this name is available, same name I am providing. You can provide any name basically. I am taking this is the name. I am taking this is the name. So is this table is available already in my database?
No.
Is this table already available in my database? You can notice here, this is my what are the tables are available, right? You can notice here You can notice here I don't have Azure SQL table 1 underscore EMP is not at all available here. Okay, right. Now we are going to create this system is going to create this one in the runtime. It is going to create it. Immediately, if we ask you to import the schema means what? Schema means column names, data types, size of the column. Those all things are called as schema. Like in our create table DDL script, whatever we are defining, those all things will become as a schema. So is this table is available, then I can able to import it. As this table itself is not available, if I say import, click on OK, it is going to fail by saying, hey man, in this schema, this table is not there. That's what it's saying here, right? It's saying invalid object name, invalid object name, because this table is not available. Don't select this option from connection or store. If the you things like this table is available, then only you have to select this option. As this table is not available, you are not supposed to select this option. Now select here none. None. That means what? I'm asking, okay, it's a placeholder. It's a placeholder. In future, it's going to be this table will be created inside the schema. At this point of time, if you go and look into the database, this object is not there. This object is not there. That's what we are saying as none. Don't import now. It's a placeholder. Down the line, we are going to get that one. Now, if you say okay, this will be happy. Now we are going to get here one data set. Are you able to preview the data now? Do we have table first? No, we don't have table itself. If I ask you to preview, it is going to throw the error again by saying this table itself is not available, man, like that. It's saying again same error. What is this error? Invalid object name. Invalid object name. All the error messages are very clearly explains what is the issue. And everywhere we have the copy button also. You can click on this copy button. Suppose some message, some problem you are not understanding, copy it, go to the chat GPT or go to the Google and try to paste over there if you are not understanding really what to do. Okay, but most of the error messages, if you walk through it, then you will be understanding the problem, what is the issue here. Is it clear enough or not? It's clear enough. Now go and try to close it. Okay, this is a placeholder at this point of time. As of now, I am publishing it. Okay, you created second object you created and you are publishing. Now you can notice we have the data sets now. Two data sets are available. Now we have here data sets. Two data sets are available. One is pointing to the blob. One is pointing to the Azure SQL database. Okay, that's what this chapter is about, creating the data sets. This is the chapter what you learned, creating the data sets. With this I can say this is completed. So we created here two labs. One lab is lab 1, create a data set using file of blob. Lab 2, create a data set using table of Azure SQL database. And some questions I given. In blob, two files available, example emp.txt and dep.txt. Then how many data sets need to create? How many
2.
data sets? Yeah, excellent. Two. In Azure SQL database, we have 30 tables. Then how many? It's not the, it is then. Then how many data sets required to access all tables?
Almost 30.
30. Excellent. That's what answers. It is 2 and it is 30. It is 2 and it is 30. Okay, that means you understand the chapter very well. We completed two labs, we completed creating the data sets. Okay, now let me move on to the next chapter, which is first pipeline we are trying to create it. First pipeline. First pipeline. This pipeline we are creating from where to where? From blob. What is source? Blob. What is your sink or target? Azure SQL database. We have the source is blob, your target. The target is called as your sink. In the ADF terminology, it's called as SINK, sink. But rest of the world, like Informatica data stage, Databricks, wherever you go, we used to talk it as a target. But in ADF, we're calling it as a SINK sync. Anyhow, our source is blob, our sync is ADF. Azure SQL database, Azure SQL database table. End of the class, you should be able to do this kind of diagram. What is the source? What is the source? Azure Blob storage. From there to where we are moving, Azure SQL database. How many rows you read? How many rows you read? 14. How many rows you written? 14. How many rows you read? 14. How many rows you written? 14. All the statistics you are able to see it. Okay, let's go and try to implement this one. Let's go and try to implement this one using the copy data activity. Okay, I'm going to here. Now to make sure this is not required now, we can go on, we can close this one. Okay, now this is free space. Here pipelines. How many pipelines we are seeing now at this point of time? How many pipelines we are seeing at this point of time?
Nothing.
Nothing. Let us go and try to create one folder just for our organizing. Tomorrow in our project also we'll create the folders. One folder we may be creating for to handle the let's say AOA pipelines. Okay, AOA pipelines. One folder you may be creating for the EUR pipelines. One folder you may be creating for the AMS pipelines, America pipelines. Something like that. Reason wise, for example, one of the customer we have, Nestle. When I was working with the Nestle customer, Nestle total business they divide into different regions. So AOA, AUR, AMS. This is how they divided their business areas. Under AOA, we have nearly 70 plus countries are available as per their structure. So that data we want to move or we want to functionate. We are created one folder, AOA folder. Under that one, all pipelines are located. Similar case here. Similar case here, if you go and try to select, for example, new folder, then we are learning basics. We are learning the reason I can say level 1 ADF, level 1 ADF. Click on here, create. Now we created here level 1 ADF folder we created. Under this one, nothing is available. I want to create now one pipeline. Go ahead and try to create a new pipeline. Even we have the option to create subfolders also. We can organize as meaningful as for your business, you can able to organize it. Okay, right. Now you can click on here, new pipeline. Now, once you click on new pipeline, now you can see this window. First observe the windows, right? Once you clicked on that one, I don't think so. This is factory resources, whatever we have it. This window is not required. If you want, you can go and you can minimize it. How you can minimize is by collapsing it. You can collapse here by using this button. Don't worry, at any point of time, if you want it, you can go back and you can expand it. Okay, it's a matter of collapsing and expanding. Now, right side, you can see the properties window. What properties is pipeline name we can able to provide, pipeline description you can able to provide, something like that. So I want to provide the pipeline name is whatever our chapter name is available with the same name I want to provide pipeline name. What is your chapter name? This is your chapter name, right? You can copy like this. Copy this path, something like this. Then go here and paste here. Generally .md is not needed at the ending, and also in the beginning 01 Azure Data Factory we got it, that also not needed. I am removing that one. Okay, whatever actual name of the file is available, with that file I created here name. Once you created the name, just click on this properties window so that this will be minimized. At any point of time, if you want to change the name or whatever it is, you can come back this window and you can change it. And description, if you want to write something, you can write here first pipeline, something like that. Now I am trying to minimize this one. Now left side you can notice one important thing is available, that is called as activities. activities. 50% of our learning, 50% of our learning is about knowing each and every activity here. You know what? You know what? In a given project, you may not use all these activities. In a given project, you may not use all these activities. If continuously you work on 10 projects, maybe. Okay, at that moment, you will be experience all these components, whatever available. For example, if you are using Databricks also along with ADF, then only you will use these components. Otherwise, you will not use it. For example, you are using big data stack also, you then will use this one. Otherwise, you will not use it. For example, you are using signups also along with ADF, then only you will use it. Otherwise, you will not use it. Okay.
Quick question, where did you go to create this pipeline?
Yeah, pipeline we created from the factory resources. This window we saw right yesterday, data sets where we have the same place. We have the pipelines. There is a 3 dots are available. Click on these 3 dots, then new pipeline we are going to get it.
Actually, I missed yesterday's class. So how do we?
No problem. We have the videos. We have the videos. Okay, we'll share it. Right. Now we can notice what I'm trying to say is we have many activities are available here, but all activities over one project you will not be aware of it. Don't worry. Okay, so keep on you are working with ADF, maybe 5 projects or 10 projects, then all the components you may come across it. Okay, but these all components are very user friendly, very user friendly. The moment once you know basic flow, we know these all components you can able to explore your own. No one is required to help you out. You can explore your own. There is a proper help documents are already in place. Microsoft is giving documentation, so you can able to explore your own. Today, as a first one, we want to discuss about something called as copy data activity. I want to discuss. So if you go and try to expand this move and transform, in the name itself, we have here move and transform. That means what we are moving, data you are moving, and we are transforming the data. For example, now select here move and transform. Move related component is copy data activity. Transform related component is data flow activity. Move means what? Only move. Here XYZ is there, same XYZ we are going to put in another place. Same XYZ we are going to put in another place. That kind of thing, if you want to do, copy data activity will be useful. While you are moving the data, you also need to perform some transformations. Gender, M and F, you want to decode as male and female. That is one transformation. Okay, currency, USD dollar, you want to convert into INR, Indian rupee. That is one transformation. Any transformations you want to do it, then you need to take help of data flow also, you need to take help of it. But at this point of time, just I want to move straight move from blob to Azure SQL DB. Let us go and try to drag and drop whatever we have this copy data activity, we are trying to drag and drop into this work area. So we dragged it. Now whatever we have this box, right? This box is called as work area. This box is called as, what is this? Main work area. And whatever you are selecting in this work area, that respective properties will be shown. That respective properties will be shown in the bottom. This is called as the properties window. Whatever you are selecting, that relevant properties will be shown here. What is this window? Properties window. Whatever object is selected in the work area, that object corresponding properties will be shown here. For example, I selected here copy data activity. That is the reason it is expecting what is the source for this, what is the sink for this, like that. Suppose I select here data flow. Then data flow, if I selected, are you seeing your source and sink? Are you seeing your source and sink? No. Suppose tomorrow you want to write the for loop, you want to write it. Tomorrow you want to write the for loop, you want to write it. Then I'm going for iterator functions. In the iterator functions, we have here for loop is available. For loop I am selecting. So for loop, if I select it, the properties are different. I can go and I can select here if condition. If condition properties, if I select that properties are different. If I click on the empty space, if I click on this empty space, then again these properties are different. We are seeing here parameters and variables, we are seeing it. That means whatever object you are selecting here, according to that object, the properties will be changes in the bottom, changes in the bottom. These properties, if we want to configure in a full window, there is an option called as expand. Click on this expand, then full window we are getting. Click on this collapse, this off window we are getting it. So you can able to control expand and collapse. You can able to control something like this. Now time being, I am not interested about the for loop. I am not interested about the if condition. I am not interested about the data flow. Only I am interested about the data move. Just we are trying to move data from one place to another place. My source place is blob. My target place is Azure SQL DB. Azure SQL DB. Now, once you take in this copy data activity, I feel like this also not needed. I can able to minimize this one. To minimize it, you can go for a year collapse. Now here three minimizes are available. Okay, this is activities minimize, this is factory resources minimize, this is your main menu, whatever we have it. This is our main menu. From this main menu, you clicked on author and you came to this page. From here, you created the pipeline, you came to this activities and all. I can minimize all these things using collapse button. Better minimizing, you have to learn about it. Otherwise, the space will be too much small. The working will be bit typical, right? So go and try to minimize whenever you feel like that window is not needed, you minimize it. Whenever you want it, you can click on this name you want to change something, you can click on this one name also, you can able to change it. All the options are available, collapse and expand mode available here. Collapse and expand mode available here. Is it clear? You understand the interface, how it looks like?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's go and try to start our journey. In the copy data activity, it is asking the general page. We are in the general page. Let me maximize this window also. We are in the general page. In this general page, it is asking the name. You can provide any name you can provide. I am trying to provide here copy data from blob to Azure SQL database table, something like this. I given the name. You can give any name, you can give it. This is what name it is. Is it a pipeline name or is it activity name? Is it a pipeline name or is it activity name?
Activity name.
Activity. My pipeline name is, you can see in the top. It is the ADF09 pipeline. It is the ADF09 pipeline. This is my activity name. Now, once you provide here the name, some other parameters are available. Provide the description, provide the activity state. You want to activate it or you want to deactivate it. Suppose tomorrow we have 10 activities are available. Some reason you are working with one of the activity. Remaining 9 I can deactivate it and I can work it. Once it is finalized, again I can activate it. Then we have here timeout option. While it is running, it is taking more than 12 hours of the time. That copy data activity itself is taking more than 12 hours of the time. I want to time out it. Something that parameter. So retry interval is 30 seconds. Some reason it is failing or something connection issues are there. We have the option of retrying and all. These are all the default options. Mostly we won't touch it. In the general tab. Only one thing what you are going to touch is only name is the one what you are going to touch. That's it. Remaining all things we are not going to touch. And you know one beauty of this one is each and every activity has super help document. If you click on this learn more, then we are going to get here one help document, you are going to get it. This is a copy activity in Azure Data Factory and Azure Synapse Analytics. That means this copy activity is available in ADF as well as in Synapse also. Both the places, it is a common documentation we have here. You can see data sources are going to take it, ingest, then prepare whatever way you want it, then transform whatever way you want it. Finally, we are publishing it. So that Power BI resources will be able to consume it. They will develop the report and use for their purposes. Okay, single architecture trying kind of thing they provide here. Now you go through this one whenever you get some time. Whenever you get some time, these are the different databases it supports, file related or whatever it is. Okay, time being, let's go and try to configure our activity, right? So we are going for source. Now source data set. We can go to the drop down. I can see two data sets are available because we created these two data sets. One data set yesterday we created, one data set today we created. So go ahead and try to select here one data set. I'm trying to select here data set source. Suppose you already not created, you want to create it now. There is an option available, new option also available, right? You can click on here new and you can create from here also. Already it is not there. You want to create right now. Yes, you can go ahead and you can create now also, you can create using this new button. But in our case, we are well planned. We created the data set and we came here. That's the reason from the drop down we can select it. Now, source data set we selected and file path type is equal to file path in the data set. Okay, whatever path is available here, it is going to pick it automatically. If you want, you can confirm it. You can click on open and you can observe where is your file path in the C drive container, input folder, emp.csv is the file. emp.csv is the file. Once you confirm this one, if you want, you can close this one here. And is it really working or not to confirm? Even you can do the preview of the data also, you can able to do it. Yesterday we saw this preview of the data, it was working excellent. Now also it is working excellent. Okay, now my source is ready. We'll talk about some extra options are available like additional columns and all. In the next activity, we are going to talk about it. Time being, I'm good with the source. Let us move on to the sink. If you click on the sink, then it is asking here, what is our target? Target is Azure SQL database, the target. Now, there are certain properties are available we need to understand. One of the properties table option. Table option is none, then auto create table option is available. If you put here auto create table information, you read that one what it's saying. It automatically creates the table if non-existent. It automatically creates the table if non-existent in source schema, which is not supported when stored procedure is used as a write behavior. That's okay. We don't have any stored procedure here. Now, if I select this one, what will happen? If this table internally is pointing to which table? Internally, this data set is pointing to which table it is pointing? Azure SQL table 1 underscore EMP. This is the table it is pointing. Is this table is available already? No. That is what we are requesting here. Create the table if not available. First go and try to see in the database. Is this table is available or not? First see it. It is there already, be silent. If it is not there, then create it. If it is not there, then create it. That's what the meaning of this English what you are saying. If non-existent, one word is there right in the bracket, that is what important. First it go to the database and observes is this table is available or not. If available, it will be silent. If not available, it is going to create one for you. Am I clear this point? Now there are other options. I will talk about these options later. What do you mean by upsert, insert, stored procedure? Those things I'll talk about it. Even we have the free copy script, post copy script. Those things are available. We'll try to see it. Time being, I am good with the sync also. I'm good with the sync also. Now we configured only two tabs. One is source tab. Second is sync tab. I'll talk about mapping, settings, user properties later. I want to go with this basic configuration. I want to go. Once we are done, there is a debug option is available. You can click on debug. This debug will be running the code. Unsaved code also it is going to run. Unsaved code. Whatever you published is only two objects, source dataset and target dataset only I published. This pipeline still I did not publish. Even though you did not publish, if you click on the debug, not published code also it is going to run. Here we have the trigger. If you click on the trigger, only published code only it is going to run. That is the difference between debug and trigger. Debug means what? Whatever is there on the screen, even though it is not published, it is going to run it. If you click on the trigger, it won't run whatever there on the screen. It will run only whatever code you published, only published code only it is going to run. Am I clear this point?
Yes.
Okay. Now, as of now, I did not publish it, right? Okay, first let me verify is it working properly or not. If it is working, then I will publish it maybe. That is the reason I want to click on here debug. That means before publishing, if you want to run something, you can go ahead and you can click on debug. Let us go and try to click on debug. The moment you click on debug, you'll see here output window, one window created. Under that window, you can see the pipeline status is equal to in progress. And you see this is the activity name and activity status is queued. Activity type is copy data and run start time and duration is 6 seconds, something like that. And we have the integration runtime, user properties, activity run ID, blah, blah. And you can see this refresh icon, right? This refresh icon refreshes every 5 minutes. Automatically this window will be refreshing. Don't keep on click on this refresh button, not required. Every 20 seconds, every 20 seconds up to 5 minutes automatically refreshes. You are able to read this tooltip, right? Auto refresh every 20 seconds for 5 minutes. Click refresh manually for runs taking more than 5 minutes. Okay, now it's saying as it is succeeded. As it is succeeded, you see the green tick mark here, as well as you can see here also green tick mark is available. Now, I would like to understand this output more information. Click on this expand button first. We expand it. Now you can notice we are in the output window. In the output window, if you go to the left side, I have the activity name. Beside the activity name, there are three buttons are available. I want to explore these three buttons. First button is available that is called as input. What is that? First button is available input, right? For copy data activity, what this is activity, right? For copy data activity, what are the things you given as input? For copy data activity, what are the things you given as input? You tell me first.
File.
This is a copy data
No.
activity, right? For this copy data activity, you given the input, what is my source, what is my target, both you configured, right?
Yes.
For your copy data activity, you given the input as what is the source you given, what is the sync you given. So this all is input. Input for what? Input
For
for
copy.
copy data activity. Whatever log we are seeing over there, there is copy data activity log only we are seeing it. For this copy data activity, you given the input as source and target. Let us observe, is it available that one or not? Okay, I am trying to go here. I am clicking on the input. You can see the name, right? This name is what name? It is activity name only, right?
Yes.
Yes. If you click on this input button, then you will see one JSON file. This is a JSON file. You can maximize this one. I am maximizing it. This is a total JSON file. It is input JSON file. For our understanding purpose, I am copying this one, copy to this clipboard. I am pasting into the notepad. I am pasting into notepad plus plus, not the notepad plus plus. Let me open. Now let us go and try to paste here. And this also let us convert as a JSON, right? Language type is equal to JSON. I am converting here. Okay, now you can observe. I can able to close whichever bracket I want. I can able to close whichever bracket I want. I can expand here. Now it is starting and ending with the flower bracket means it is a JSON file. It's starting and ending with the flower bracket means what type of file it is? What type of file it is?
JSON
JSON.
file.
Yes.
You know what? You know what? Whatever you do work in the ADF, whatever work you do in the ADF, whatever work you do in the ADF, end of the day, it is a one JSON file. For example, your entire pipeline is here. You can access. See here, what is a button here? View the JSON code representation of this resource. What resource it is? Pipeline resource. If you click on this one, it has entire information. What is the name of your pipeline? Okay, internally what we are using, description, first pipeline I given, what is the name of the copy activity, and what is the timeout you configured, and what are the user properties you configured, what is the source you configured, and what is the sync you configured. Everything is available or not?
Yes.
So any object, not only this object, in the beginning of the classes, you created in the manage, you created the linked service. For example, this linked service corresponding also, there is a two flower brackets are available. If you click on this one, you can see this linked service name is what, and this linked service you created for what type of service. It's Azure Blob Storage service, and how it is connected, using what connection string using it is connected. Okay, what is the credentials? Those all things are available here. That means whatever you do, it may be integration runtime, it may be linked service, it may be data set, it may be pipeline, it may be your output log, maybe your output log. Everything will be inside the ADF is a JSON file. Is a JSON file. Okay, we realized that one, we understand it. Okay, let us go back to the author, then we have the pipeline. Let us go and try to close this one. I mean, minimize this, also minimize it, this also minimize it, this also minimize it, and we are looking for output. We are seeing this output, maximize here. We are understanding about this input button. We are understanding inside the input button that all the log I captured here, all the log I captured here. If I expand this one, let us observe the main parts here, main parts. This is the one thing called as source, second thing called as sync. Then we have here translator. See here, very high level, first level of the objects. If you observe the first level of the objects, we have the four objects are available. What are the four objects? What is the source information? Second is what? Sync information. Then enable staging information, translator information. We'll talk about enable staging, translator later. Now, first we'll go with the source. Source is equal to type. What type of source is selected? Delimited test source. Delimited. What delimited your file is? Actually, comma delimited. Comma delimited. And the source, where it is available? It is available in the Azure blob. Okay, recursively reading is equal to true, and we have the delimited tested. I think these are the, by observing the steps, we configured our blob only we configured, right? Anyone came to your pipeline and observe the log, you come to understand, okay, the source is Azure blob. Like that, you will able to understand or not?
Yes.
Yes. Now let me minimize the source. Let us expand the sync and observe what type of target it is. Azure SQL sync it is. What is the right behavior? It is insert, not the upset. It is only insert. Directly go and try to insert it. Directly go and try to insert it. Table option is equal to, we selected what? Auto create. If table is not available, you go and try to create it. If it is available, keep silent. Keep silent. Like that option we selected. So for copy data activity, input is, this is what the input. Okay, you understand now. Copy data activity input. You given input, you given, this is what the input you given. This is what the input you given. Okay, right. Now I think we are good enough here. We are good enough. Let us go and try to take here. One more thing is available. What is the second one? Output. Let us click on this output. Again, this also I am copying, copy to the clipboard. Let us go on here, paste here. I want to paste here. This is the output. Output. Whom's output it is? Whom's output it is? Copy data, activity, output it is. Copy data, activity, output it is. Now, this copy data activity, whatever you are seeing here, this copy data activity, whatever you are seeing here, this is going to give output. This output you can able to plug to next level. On success, what to do. On failure, what to do. On completion, what to do. I can able to plug it. But today I don't have other activity to do it. Okay. This is going to write here some output. It is going to write it down the line. Down the line, we have so many other things are available. Once it is completed, your goal is maybe deleting the file whatever available. Once on the completion of this one, I want to delete one file maybe. I can able to tell to the system. That means input is what, output is what is very important. What is the input of copy data activity you configured? Copy data activity is giving what is the output. Both are important. Now we are already analyzed input, we already analyzed output, we are trying to analyze it now. In the output, I have already JSON. This is a JSON. Wow, it's very big. It is very big. Let's try to minimize it. So this is what the output window. By seeing this flower bracket is starting. So can I say it is a JSON file?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me expand this one. Once you expand, let's see the first level of the objects. These all are first level of the objects, right? First thing, you can observe here how much data it is written. In the bytes, it is 701 bytes. How much data it is written? 1040 bytes. It looks like something hard, right? 701 bytes it is written means 701 bytes only it has to write, right? Why it is written more? Why it is written more? Okay, let me tell one thing. Simple question I will ask it. Open one notepad, write your name in that one, save it in one location. Open MS Word, in that also write your name only exactly what you written in the notepad, write in the MS Word and save in one location. Observe the size of notepad, observe the size of MS Word. Are you expecting same sizes?
No.
No.
No, that is the difference. Each application has its own way of weightage. Even though you written both the places your name only, you cannot say that both sizes will be same. Data it is reading from the blob. Blob has its own way of calculation or compress mechanism. We have the zip file, right? Normal way if you talk about it, zip file. Zip file and normal file difference is what? Zip file has a compress mechanism. In that compress mechanisms, there are big chapter it is. It is a big chapter. Some people are using the gun zip, some people are using the normal zip. Okay, some people are using the win zip. Each one is on different technology. Even though you are doing the zip, if you're using different softwares, you're using different sizes, you're going to get it. Same file, input is same file, but you're using different zips means different sizes you're going to get it. In the compress mechanisms are available. Each technology uses its own compress mechanism. Due to that one, you cannot expect here same sizes, need not expect. That depends on the technology how they return, what type of compress mechanism they return. Based on that one, the sizes will be varies. But what must match is number of rows. How many rows it is readed? 15. How many rows it is written or copied? 15. This should be matching. If it is not matching, something went wrong. Now you can notice here copy duration we got here something 11 seconds, looks like 11 seconds it is. Now you can observe the billing reference. I'm interested more on billing reference. Before going for billing reference, even you can observe what is the integration runtime it is using. What type of integration runtime it is using?
East US.
Auto resolve integration runtime it is using. This is the one what is there already default, right?
Yes.
Yes. Why it is used auto resolve integration runtime? Because my source target both are in the Azure cloud. Both are in the Azure cloud only. If it is not in the Azure cloud, it may be using something else. Both are available. Both are available in the Azure cloud. That is the reason by default it is using auto resolve integration runtime. Now billing, how much money they are trying to collect from us? Let us try to expand this one. Expand it. Then you can observe there are internally different billing things are available. Okay, billable duration, total billable duration, activity type, three things are available under this one. Billable duration, if I expand here, you can observe meter type is equal to what is the meter type? Azure integration runtime. How many types of integration runtimes are available? Three types. One is Azure integration runtime, second is self-hosted, third is Azure-SSIS. Three things are available. Out of this one, it is using Azure IR. It is using. Why it is using Azure IR? Because effective integration runtime it is using is what? Auto resolve integration runtime. Auto resolve integration runtime type is what? Is it a self-hosted or it is Azure SSIS or it is Azure?
Azure.
Azure. We only observed, right? If you go to the manage tab, in the manage tab, we have the integration runtimes. Here we have the integration runtime. This is what type of integration runtime? Azure. That is the reason what type of meter it is using? Azure IR. What is the duration is? It's saying as 0.0666 something like that. This is a DAU hours. DAU hours. Now this relevant bill will be generated and we are going to see total billable duration also same is available. If I have today, luckily I have only a simple one is available here. One thing that is called as just copy. We have the free copy script also I written. Post copy script also I written. Some extra activities I am doing here. Then we'll get here one more node here for free copy script this much of time. Something like that we'll get it. At the moment, the total means this plus other one whatever available that will be coming under the total. Here I have only one activity. That is the reason whatever numbers are available here, same numbers we are seeing here. Are you getting my point?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. That is about the billing reference. Now we have here remaining all things are nothing much. While we are studying it, we are going to know more information. These all are not populated much at this point of time. So execution details we have. Let us observe the execution details. Execution details internally. Execution details have one is source, second is sync, then we have some profile information. Yeah, this is what we have. First we'll go with the source. Execution details below we have the source. Source is equal to clearly it is saying as Azure Blob Storage which is located in the East US. Sync clearly it is saying as it is Azure SQL database. It is located in the East US. And what is the status of this pipeline?
Succeeded.
Succeeded. And when it is started, what is the duration? Everything is available. Understanding this JSON file is very important, sir. Very important. Why? Because tomorrow we are going to read this JSON file and we are going to send the mails to you. We'll pick what is the status from this log file only. We'll pick it. We'll pick it and we'll send a mail. Hey, so and so pipeline is succeeded. Automatically send the mail. If something is failed, the status only will pick it and we are going to send the mail. Hey, your pipeline is failed. Like that, we are going to send the mail. The reason understanding the JSON file is very important. Each one is called as a key. Colon right side is called as value. This is called as what? Key. This is called as what? Value. JSON file is always available. Keys and value pair. Key and value pair. Like this will be there. Left side whatever available for this colon that is called as key. Right side, whatever available, that is called as what? Value. The value may be sometimes one more dictionary also. The value may be sometimes one more list also. One more list also. We'll talk about those all things down the line. We are going to talk about it. Okay, now input and output is very clear. Third button is available here. Third button is available. What is the third button? Let me go here and observe the third button.
Review.
We have, yeah, this is a third button. Third button is what?
Details.
Details. This is to understand anyone. Input and output, only technical people. You are a technical people. That is the reason you are able to read that one. Even though it's a JSON file, you are able to read it because you're a technical resource. You know what is key, what is value, what is dictionary, what is list. You are aware of it. So you're able to understand it. But everyone need to understand me, something user interface is required. That kind of thing is this window. Whatever information is available in the output, same information is available here. Most of the information. By seeing this one, you come to understand very clearly what is your source. Very clearly come to understand what is your source.
Azure Blob.
Azure Blob Storage, reason is east to west. Did you found this one anywhere in the output JSON? In the output JSON, is it there anywhere?
Yeah, sync.
Under the execution details, in the output, under the execution details, you are seeing source is equal to type is Azure Blob Storage, reason is equal to east to west. Whatever information is available here, same information here, right?
Yes.
Yes. Is this information is available anywhere in the output JSON?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is there. If you go and try to observe the sync, this is what the information, right? And also status is equal to succeeded saying, right? Is it available here also?
Yes.
Yes. And it's saying as data read is equal to 701 bytes. Is this information is available?
Yes.
Yes. Data written is equal to 1.04 KB. Nothing but this one, right?
Yes.
Next, files read, rows read. Okay, rows written. This all information is available here. That means whatever available in the output JSON, same thing is available here, but more readable. Not only technical resource. One business analyst is came and I given the screenshot to business analyst. He also able to understand, okay, how many rows is readed, how many rows written, what is the source, what is the target. Clearly we'll able to understand, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the purpose of this details page. Okay, I'm closing this one. Now I'm very happy here. Let me delete this delete button. I don't want it. Let us go back and observe inside our database the target really created or not. I am going to the database. This is my database. Let us go to here. Are you seeing the sixth table?
No.
Are you seeing the sixth table? No. Why? Because this window we opened long ago. Let me go and try to refresh here. Click on this refresh button. After refreshing, go and try to expand here. Are you seeing the sixth table now?
Yes.
Are you seeing the sixth table now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Now this is the table. Who created this one? ADF. ADF service created inside the Azure SQL database service. Now, if you want to see the data of this one, click on these three dots, click on select top 1000 rows, then we'll able to see the data. Wow, beautiful. Let us go and try to observe. Show only results. Now here I have the data. How many columns are there? EMP number to DEPT number. And in the bottom, you can see for ROM record, we given salary is equal to 10,000 we given. Did you notice?
Yes.
Yeah. If you want, you can verify same thing in your blob also. If you go to the portal.azure.com, Couple of records, you can verify copy activities properly happened or not. To verify it, you can go to your storage account, you can open our file and you can observe it. Suppose I am going to my storage account, I am going to my blob, I am going to my blob. In this blob, you can notice C drive, container, input folder. Then we have the file emp.csv file. In this emp.csv file, if you go to the edit button, then you can notice in the bottom what is the number is available. 10,000. Same 10,000 is loaded here or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same 10,000 is loaded here. That means our data copy activity is doing properly or not?
Yes.
Yes. That's how you can able to confirm our pipeline is really success. Really success. Okay. Once I'm happy with this one, go ahead and try to publish it. The moment you publish it, this will be saved to your live repository. Live repository. What is repository? Those all things I'll talk about it. There is a concept of even GitHub also available. We can able to configure code repository. Those things we can able to configure. We'll talk about those things later while you're doing our course. Today, you did great job. You did great job. You created one pipeline. You created. What you created?
Pipeline.
One pipeline you created. Wow. Daily you are going to increase these objects, are going to increase it. You created one pipeline, and how many data sets you created? Two data sets you created. Okay, we'll stop here. We'll meet tomorrow and we'll continue from here. Thank you.
Thank you.